Get your service weapon out.
You know, the thing about cinematography is you're not there to shoot amazing images.
Gun left.
Because each film demands its own look, and each situation demands its own look.
Wait. Get out of the car.
But I don't want anybody, while they're watching the film, go, oh, that's an amazing image, because then suddenly they're not in the story.
Suelte la pistola. Tírela. Pregunta, paisanos. ¿Quieren morir?
David Cohen from Variety here. This is Artisans, and our guest this week is cinematographer Roger Deakins. Roger's latest film is the drug war thriller Sicario, directed by Denis Villeneuve. Roger invited us to his home to explain how he adapts his style to each new film he makes. When you read a script, what are you looking for? How do you visualize it?
No, I don't read a script with anything in mind visually. I mean, obviously, images come to your mind, otherwise you'd have to turn your brain off. But no, I read it like I would a novel. You know, the thing for me was knowing Denis was going to do it and having worked with Denis and knowing his films. And then I read it with a certain kind of point of view that I felt would be his point of view, you know. But I remember we had similar conversations that we had at the beginning of Prisoners. You know, how far do you want to go towards naturalism? Do you want to shoot the handheld pseudo-documentary style that seems very popular now, but neither Denis and I really can get our handle on that one.
That house you see at the beginning, it's very beige inside, the lighting is very even, but that says something about what's going on in the scene, I thought.
Right, but it also says something significant about the world that you're putting this activity in. Pretty ordinary house in a pretty ordinary community. It could be anybody's house in a way.
Been to Juarez before?
We're going to El Paso, right?
The whole SUV convoy going into Mexico and coming back was really hard. The producers wanted to try and create it in America, but actually not move out of Albuquerque where we're shooting. But there was just no alternative. We had to go and shoot that in Mexico to get that sense that you're in a totally different culture and environment.
I wanted to ask about the night vision as well.
Yeah, I mean, the thing was that sequence, okay, they get out the SUV at dusk and they go down into the darkness. I said to Denis, I don't feel I can do a traditional film moonlight, nightlight look. So he said, well, let's see if we can do the whole thing as their point of view. But in order not to completely confuse the audience, if we had two systems, it would be good. So I'd shot night vision before a few times, but then I hadn't shot infrared, and I thought that's a really interesting way to go. And then we gave that to Alejandro's character. So Alejandro has the thermal imagery, but everybody else has a standard green night vision system, yeah.
You come from a documentary background. You're used to shooting what you find.
Yeah.
Not everybody seems to have that instinct.
Well, I think you have to have it because not everything is completely planned. You have to be flexible to the moment. And especially these days with the style of acting. I mean, very often these days you're shooting the rehearsal, for instance. I like the camera to be close to the characters, which comes from documentaries.
Listen, nothing will make sense to your American ears. And you will doubt everything that we do. But in the end, you will understand.
Is it different when you're shooting the face of a movie star?
Well, you're not shooting a movie star, you're shooting a character and a story. And I think that's more important. So if you shoot a movie star, you're shooting somebody that doesn't belong in the movie. I mean, I have in the past got in trouble because I haven't put a flat front light on somebody's face. You can't do something against what you do. That's the way I'd see things. That's my job. I mean, especially in Sicario.
Especially in Sicario.
But that said, obviously you're not going to make somebody look lousy just for the sake of making them look lousy. I mean, you are making, you're still making a film once upon a time, aren't you?